Hey, yo, this must be some type of sick joke. Like, oh my god, what a day, what a day. Back to back, eh? And this is the worst one because, or the best one. I don't know how you want to say it, but I can't beat this. Step Bro, of course, is on my friends list. And yeah, I've beat this, I've seen it. And oh my god, I can't beat this. The problem is Celica and Felix because they can warp. So you're just not stopping it. Well, I mean, you can stop it, but then it's difficult to get all the pieces that you need to make an offense work to beat this. I mean, you could probably try to Gale Force it, but you're not going to get very far unless you do the one thing that I don't want to. I don't want to see that on offense because it just means like the end for defense. There's no counter to it for defense because basically once you get outsped, that's just it. You're done. You're not winning. I guess. Well, I actually know why they gave Marnie that flyer effective damage. I honestly know why they gave it to her because it's a good counter. But also. It's so cheap. Like, I really don't want the game to go in that direction. So yeah, aside from that, let me see like if I can actually do this. Because I did make an adjustment to the team. I gave I forgot to unlock the team. So I changed the things, but I didn't unlock it, so it's not there because I gave Bernie the Celica ring so that she could warp, which would have removed one of my dance problems, so saved me an action. But unfortunately, it's not there. So yeah, there's a strategy to this, or at least the strategy that I was working with to try to get this to potentially pan out is to go up here and take out the Felix and Jimbro here from melee range.
Okay.
But the problem that you run into with that strategy, or with this strategy that I'm doing, is that Celica Celica is covered by both near and far save. So we're not going to be able to take her out. And I can't wait. Again, from the previous one, you can't wait until... Well, you could. Like, I have enough spaces to be able to wait until turn 4 to get this to go off. Well, the problem is, I won't necessarily be in the best setup position to go in once I do that. So it doesn't really work out for me to wait. With this layout that he has here. This is so crazy because I specifically didn't show this map because it's so toxic and I knew what it would lead to. I know what it leads to, and I don't want to see that in my game. Not in my Fire Emblem. I don't want to see that. It was a big thing back when Catcher Ball... I don't want to see it. So this is basically like, honestly, I didn't even plan to use this team this much. I didn't think it would be required because I didn't think I'd run into this strategy at all, let alone 2 times back to back on the same day, nonetheless. Not even 3 times back to back on the same day. So that is very rare. I don't think you're going to have this type of luck. This is actually terrible luck that I'm experiencing right now. The worst type of bad luck. But yeah, this is what you could potentially do to try to get in. The alternative is, like, honestly, I was trying to figure out like how to go about beating this without doing the thing that I shall not be named. The alternative would be to like have some type of hybrid save ball where you have both a near and a far save, but then you have one melee unit to take out either... Oh, it could probably be a ranged unit as well. You could probably put Fogado on the team. But also, I don't want to see that in my Fire Emblem. Don't bring Fogado Don't bring him on offense. I don't want to see it. Leave him on your defense. I'm fine with that. Don't bring him on offense. It's annoying. But yeah, what you could do is double save. But then also, you would need your saves to be able to quad. Like, actually be fast. So it kind of raises the value of fast save units. Granted, you're not going to have that from range because there's no save armor that is good
What should I do?
at range. Like you're thinking about your last good one was Valentine's Takumi, and then also you had the Marth, dual Marth. There hasn't been another good one since then.
Your orders?
But outside of that, you'd really want to go with a fast near save so that you could outspeed whoever they have as their near saver, which is one of the things that I was disappointed that I wasn't able to do in the last match. To test that Crown versus Grima matchup, even though I think I would have won the speed check there, but eventually. But also, my Crown is not the most invested, as you see. If you have a better Crown, you can probably get to the speeds needed to win that check. But also, just bring a faster unit. You can easily bring Seliph, and Seliph will win those matchups for you. But also, he's red, so you might have a problem there. It really depends on who the near save is. I think I've mentioned that to someone before. But Bernie doing what I wanted her to do, at least in that last match, which was take out Felix. The problem is she just didn't do the Vantage thing, which I was kind of surprised. It's so weird. For me personally, I can't get it to work, but it works for everyone else. Every time I match up into someone with Bernie, it works perfectly for them, but it never works for me. I don't get it. I really don't. But yeah, there's that. And then this is the problem here. I can't take out Celica from range or from melee range, which is what I was actually trying to do. And I actually forgot that Gatry was a thing. And also I forgot that Celica was covered by Fjorm. So Baby Robin here is doing a big fat bowl and nothing. Granted, I could probably drop Robin, Baby Duo Robin here. I really like the Rally Spectrum. But the fact that he can get up to where Bernie is a huge boon, the mobility, because I can't get a Cav to do that unless I was going to bring Celica, but Celica isn't killing or taking out Dual Fjorm, and neither is like any Cav that I can think of that doesn't have Miracle. So, well, not even Miracle. Getting up there is the problem. Like, who would get up there? You would need like what, 5 movement, unless I had like some type of Shez could probably get up there, but Shez does terrible into that matchup, so no. Unless I had some type of escape route, I think that's what it's called, to be able to just get the movement that I need to get up there, or Celica Ring. But then that would change my layout a ton. I don't even know how that would work. And as you can see here, once you initiate, you're pretty much stuck because you can't take out Celica, and Celica has full reign over the map. So unless you brought some type of far save.
Your orders?
Plus, Jimbro is right there. Well, I mean, I could probably take him out. So the only thing that would be lacking here is a far save. But yeah, man, this is pain. GG's. Alright, here we go again. We're gonna use Celica for this one. I mean, Sita for this one. MVP here. The Queen. Yeah, thank God we're looking at a catcher ball. Oh my God, it's so good to see that after the pain that I just went through. It's refreshing to see just a regular old catcher ball. I can throw Sita into this and not care. It's nice. It's nice to see this. Like I was saying, man, like the only thing I could possibly think of, like, to throw at that, it's that Rose map there to try to take that out. You want your near and far save, your armored units to actually be combat units as well, so to get them in there and to have them actually do damage. Or bring an alternative. So like for Robin, I could probably drop Robin, dual Robin, and bring someone, especially if like you're running if I were running a save ball in that situation, you really wouldn't need the Rally Spectrum, since you're running like Shield Fighter more than likely. You don't need the Rally Spectrum. And then like The only, like, I also wouldn't need Bernie, but I want to use my units, man. Like, I specifically built the team because I wanted Bernie to have a purpose. Otherwise, I'm just gonna bench her. Like, I don't use the other. I have all of the Bernies. I literally have all of the Bernies, and I don't use them because they just don't fit my playstyle. And this Brave Bernie is just so good. I really love the art, so I wanted to find a purpose for her. So if I were to put her on a save team, she would legitimately have no use because she can't take out Fjorm. So it's either that. I'd also like, okay, so I already have 3 mythics, so I guess dropping Robin would be 1 more mythic. That would be 4.
There is but one future.
Well, where does the save units go? So, okay, no, dropping Robin would be an armored. I'd have to drop either Bernie or Crom to bring the other armored unit. I'd really rather keep Crom because, again, I want to use my units. If I drop Crom, then what was the purpose of building him?
I can do
But I think ultimately I would probably have to drop Bernie in that scenario because you don't want your save units, especially if they're running Shield Fighter, to be vantaging with Desperation. That's not the best thing for that because it opens them up to get hit 4 times by the enemy counterattack. So you don't want that for that particular team composition. So Bernie would be out. Sad. Which means I'd probably have to put in, well, Crom would be left, which means it would pretty much be up to Crom to outspeed literally everything, and I lose 2 buffs from Bernie and a buff from Rally Spectrum. So that's 3 buffs gone, which means Crom is 3 buffs weaker. So, I mean, well, I guess you could make up for it with him just being Crom. But, or if you have him invested, you can probably still get it to work. But ultimately, I think I would need, like, you could probably swap, like I was saying, you could probably swap Crom just for someone that's fast enough to take out most armored units. And I'm thinking, like, who fits that role? I was thinking that my Brave Erica kind of fits that role. She's really, really, like, I have her invested enough to where she can outspeed most things. And she has the built-in null follow-up, so the C skill isn't as big of an issue for her. So there's that to consider. The problem is that, like, in the event that she's not meeting that stat check, there's no way to, like, do to change fate and get extra stats like Crom can do. So it's really all or nothing with Erica on that save ball team, which I feel, again, is just like such a waste in terms of the team composition there. But that's really what my thinking was into as what I would do as a possible alternative, which I'm probably going to do it because ultimately you don't want to be running it. If this becomes more of a thing, like literally 3 times in a row is kind of a problem. But if it becomes more of a thing, especially in like light dark season, I'm probably going to need a team that has that type of composition because I don't have Hater,
Have faith. I'll get us
Cranky
there.
Golveg. I don't know what am I going to call her? I don't know. But yeah, I don't have Hater. I think she's the summoner baby. Yeah, I think she's the one that's the summoner baby. So that's probably what I'm going to call her from now on. I don't have her in, or she's not available in light dark season, so you're gonna need some other way to do the thing that shall not be named in light dark season. Which means team slot. So there really is no way around it. I think ultimately IS really wants us to go in that direction, and it's kind of like annoying. Because the only way to counter that is to run the unit that they just put, or to run.
I'll do it.
I don't even want to say her name, because then it pretty much just gives it away. The only way to counter it is to run the Gremlin, because she just does that as a start of turn debuff rather. So until they start putting that debuff out on other units, it really has no. It really has high value. So that's really what you would have to do. That's really where they're pushing us. And I guess you could, like, well then, like, even if you try to cleanse it, it gets, like, removed. So there's that. I don't know, man. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. The other option is just to neutralize the effects of Shield Fighter with units that can do that, like your Lucias and like Fogado that just came out. But again, I don't want to see Fogado on offense. Don't do that. I'm okay with you bringing Lucia. She works in certain matchups, so I'm fine with that. That way you don't actually have to worry about doing that other thing, which is, you know, I'm not going to say that. But also, I guess I could bring Legendary Nana and that other unit that does the same thing that Legendary Nana does in this kind of similar way. So that's probably what I'm going to do for Light Season. I mean, I do have her already blessed, so I'm probably going to keep her in Light Season. It just makes sense. And she doesn't necessarily have to worry about that speed matchup so much, because if she can get her special off, it just works. So, yeah, there's a thought there. But, man, talk about terrible luck, man. That is 3 times in a row. Wow. I don't know. This is kind of looking like a trend. I'm really trying to get the last spot here. But I have a high inclination that trap is real. It just feels like it's real to me. I'm not sure, but it really does look like a good spot to put a real trap. In which case, I'm probably not going to get that last spot. Try not to commit to it, or I'm trying to find a way around it, but I can't see one, so we might have to step on that trap, unfortunately. Which would mean I have to take him out with Erica. Man, what a day.
I'll do it.
I think I'm probably just gonna have to commit to it. I think what I can do is reposition Plumeria over.
I can do this.
And then I mean, I can get the Warpies, but the one who would be warping would be Erica. And then I need Erica to take out Claude, so it doesn't really solve my problem.
Count on me. Understood.
So we're just gonna have to do it, I think.
Have faith.
I've already committed too many units. I could have probably tried to trap him, but it would require for Plumeria to go behind him onto that mountain tile, and I didn't like plan around Claude on the mountain tile, but I didn't really plan. Okay. Yep, okay, never mind. We lose the pot. It's fine. Okay, only one match left for the week, so it's totally fine. Alright. Man. GG's, man. Yeah, see you in the next one.